Last year, I visited Pune, India to learn a bit about this organization called the Pune Knowledge Cluster. They have been thinking a lot about India's problems with carbon emissions and climate change. Through harnessing AI and technology, they're creating systems to combat climate change starting from a community level. This is Anita Kane and Dr. Disa Savant. They're creating those technologies which will help India achieve net zero.
We are trying to bring all the green cover of the Pune region on the digital map for the municipal corporations or for the citizens to get easy access to. And via the platform, we want to build the personal connect between citizens and trees so that the survival and the conservation of such native saplings to Pune could be taken up on the ground level by citizens themselves. And anyone who's just roaming around in Pune, having the access to the app or the website, can mark trees or saplings that they find nearby. And in this way, citizens can just participate in bringing in more and more green cover profile of the region in and around Pune.
Citizen involvement, that is why the saplings will survive. Plus platform is there for tracking, correct?
Yeah.
But the citizen engagement is the crucial piece.
From this AI web platform, the Pune Knowledge Cluster is creating an app which allows citizens to take control of conservation efforts by planting and monitoring tree saplings all across Pune. Community-centered conservation is a conservation approach that focuses on involving local communities in the management and protection of natural resources within their areas. This approach recognizes that local communities have a deep connection to the land and wildlife, and that their involvement is key to the success of conservation efforts. This new app will allow citizens within the community to plant and track saplings, and hopefully it can help India achieve its net zero goals. But this app cannot achieve it by itself. One of the key principles of community-centered conservation is the understanding that communities are not only the primary stakeholders in conservation, but also the primary beneficiaries of conservation efforts. And it is essential to get communities involved in the future of conservation efforts.
So our organization is also not very old.
Yeah.
We started in 2020. So we are like 2 years old, you can say. Thank you.
This is a map. I think this is near Baner, and you can see different color codes for saplings. So you can see unconfirmed. That what does that mean? If a volunteer has gone there and collected the data, the taxonomist or an ecology expert still has to go and confirm if the sapling is of the correct species or any other information is apt or not.
Right.
Then there are confirmed species which are already confirmed by the taxonomist, requested for adoption. So here another aspect of data collection is, if in case you are interested to nurture species, nurture these saplings by yourself, you can provide us help in kind as well as in donation to adopt these saplings.
Right.
So some of them are already adopted, as you can see. You just have to donate some minimal amount for spanning for 3 years. After 3 years, once the sapling has grown, it will survive on its own. You just need those initial 3 years of nurturing. And some of them are already adopted. So, in this way, we are also trying to develop a connect between citizens and trees. We try to maintain the environmental balance and not just keep on planting trees for the sake of it. Because we may have a lot of invasive, rapidly growing trees around Pune, but they may not be of any help in terms of soil retention or water retention.
Overarching objective is to improve the ecological balance, improve the carbon sink, and as part of tree works, we are also doing tree growth modeling and basically predictive modeling, by which we would be able to compute and predict the carbon stock in say 2040. So this will in turn help the urban planners in their planning for net zero.
The Pune Knowledge Cluster is creating systems to ensure that India continues on its path to achieving net zero.
Tying up with IIT Bombay to develop the algorithms. We are also looking at another expert who is guiding the Government of India and has done a lot of work on carbon sequestration to actually be part of these studies.
Their urgency in the matter is necessary because India is already feeling the effects of climate change. There are floods happening almost everywhere, and right here in Pune, we had yesterday, it was a red alert, which means that the rain is so intense that people are recommended to stay inside and avoid going outdoors. Flooding has been becoming a larger issue in Pune and across India. In September 2019, Pune received a large amount of rainfall, which led to flash floods. In 2020, more floods caused destruction of trees and power lines. And when I went, it happened again. And there is no doubt that it will continue happening unless something is done.
When the way in which Pune is rapidly growing, we are having all outskirts always getting cemented all the time. We are having new constructions coming up. So for me as a citizen, if I'm looking at ConnectTree, I'm looking for the information about which species at least to protect and preserve.
What we are trying to do is we're trying to fasten that pace, in which whatever we have destroyed, can we recuperate that in a faster way? And that is what our whole, I think everybody's working towards.
Reforestation and tree monitoring are not only essential for combating climate change, but also for reducing the risk of flooding. Trees help reduce the risk of flooding like what we saw in India. Trees absorb water from the ground and release it back into the atmosphere through transpiration. And this helps regulate the amount of water within the soil to prevent flash floods. By planting and protecting trees, we can help regulate the Earth's climate, we can help prevent flooding, and we can support the health and vitality of our forests. The Pune Knowledge Cluster is taking innovative and creative approaches to fight climate change.
If we get the right support, we want to get 10,000 saplings into this monitoring platform. With that, we feel that the city level pilot, and then we are ready to scale.
We identify problems. From issues, we identify problems, and then we find solutions to those problems. So issues by themselves don't have solutions. Problems have solutions. So at PKC, what we are doing is we are looking for these sort of things.
Communities must continue to be involved in conservation efforts because without them, we cannot have effective conservation methods. Thank you for watching.